seems like a fine dog, sir. Her gamey odor notwithstanding.
You're a dog lover, Constable?
Oh, indeed, sir.
Good man.
Sweet mother of Miss Ogden.
I'm sorry I frightened you.
That's okay. I was only frightened because I was very intently focused on my dog there in that moment.
But of course you were.
My plan has worked. I guess there's no point in telling you to stay put.
None.
So they call this Cracker Jack?
Yes. I tried it at the Chicago World's Fair. It was rather clumpy then.
Well, they seem to have overcome the clumpiness. To delicious results, I might add. I know exactly what we missed, sir.
Oh?
The shoes. I mean, not the shoes themselves, but the sheer number of shoes. My 16-year-old cousin Penny has an obsession with fashionable footwear. Sir, I think all women share a strange fascination with shoes.
Surely that's an exaggeration, George.
I wouldn't be sure, sir.
Georgie!
Penny! Oh, my!
Georgie, how wonderful to see you. The trip was very long, and the rail car had a certain odor, but it went by very quickly. And Toronto is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. You look so smart in your uniform. Is that a glass eye? I do believe it's staring at me.
Relative of yours, George.
Yes, sir. Please allow me to introduce you to my cousin, Miss Penny Renton. Penny, this is Detective Murdoch.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Miss Renton.
And you, sir, if you don't mind me saying, Georgie's always writing home about you and your brilliant ideas you have and the experiments to do, and how he's so much wishing he'll be like you one day.
Penny tends to go on quite a bit, sir. She came all the way from Belleville to attend secretarial school.
Oh, well, in that case, I wish you all the success in the world. Now, if you don't mind, I have a couple of things I need to discuss with Constable Crabtree.
Constable Crabtree, of course.
Sir, about the letters, she tends to exaggerate.
That's quite all right, George.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you teach at the secretarial...
Pardon me.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you
Pardon me. Pardon.
Of course. Pardon me, ma'am.
Yes. Is there a problem, Constable?
Yes. Well, no. I'm here to meet my cousin, Penny Renton. She began her first day of class here today.
She absolutely did not. Classes begin tomorrow.
Are you quite certain, ma'am? I dropped Penny here this morning.
She must have realized her mistake and left.
Yes, of course. Good day, ma'am. Hello again, ma'am.
Constable, you must be here to meet Miss Renton.
I am. I have the correct day today, I hope.
Yes, congratulations, Constable. However, you do not have the correct time.
Ma'am, if classes end at 4:30, I'm nearly a full hour early.
Class is over at 3:30. Something you might have checked first.
I'm certain Penny told me 4:30.
Constable, young girls do not have the capacity to focus. Their minds wander aimlessly unless given proper instruction.
Yes, ma'am.
Something I fear you are not doing.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. She's usually a very responsible
You
girl.
must be responsible for her. You are her guardian, are you not?
I am, ma'am. I'll look for her straight away. Thank you.
Constable, Miss Renton went in that direction.
Thanks again, ma'am. You are too kind. Oh, I don't think so. Penny, what in God's name is going on here?
George!
Oh, my gosh.
You get your hands off her!
George, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand. This randy scoundrel is trying to take advantage of an innocent young girl.
I'm 16.
Sir, I was only...
Oh, yes, I know what you were only, you goat. I should have you penned up in the Rams pasture. You're coming with me.
What are you doing?
This, whatever his name is under arrest.
For what?
Public indecency.
We're indoors.
The curtains are see-through.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it means that any member of the public could witness this indecency. Now, get a move on.
George Crabtree, you let him go.
You came here to be with a boy? School was just a ruse?
It was not. I came to do both.
Oh,
Penny, just calm down. You know your cousin has every right to be upset.
thank you. You're not allowed to speak. No more speaking from you.
George, there's a very attractive young lady to see you here.
Yes, thank you. That will be all, Higgins. All right, I'm nipping this in the bud. Higgins and I once competed in a three-legged race, so I think we have a good idea. Sir, we've almost finished our interviews.
Yes, I can see that.
Sir, there's no sign of, hi.
Excuse me.
The grand prize this year is a year's supply of very high-quality suspenders. Higgins and I have been tackling the greased pig event. We've been practicing on a large ham.
George, I'm afraid that event's been canceled this year. It's not very humane.
Waste of a ham. Hams, actually. I think I'd go happy if I died choking on one of these donuts.
They're some good.
Did you know a cow invented the donut?
Go on.
Some old Bessie knocked over a vat of boiling oil, there was a glob of pastry there, and the donut was born.
Really?
Yes, Higgins, really.
And where did you hear this?
No, Higgins, you're such a skeptic. It is almost common knowledge that a cow invented the donut. Actually, it may have been a goat. I'm quite sure it was a goat.
Ah.
What in the world?
Crabtree, where's your bloody trousers?
George, are you all right?
No, sir. When he took my trousers, he took my dignity. And my knees have taken a chill stride. But
George. George.
Sir.
Where did you get your uniform?
I borrowed it from Tiny Malone. What? But I also wondered if, in order to fund his escape from the city, Cecil Fox stole my uniform as a disguise in order to launch a series of daring daylight bank robberies.
That's an interesting notion, George, but wouldn't a police uniform attract more attention?
Something to offer us some insight, sir. Sir, I will look into it. Sir, Count Leoline is indeed a count, but these days, that doesn't count for much, it would seem.
Perhaps we could send someone in undercover.
That's a good idea. For who?
Oh, no. I'm not wearing a dress. Not again, anyway. What of the soul, sir? We're only allotted one. Does that soul split into two? Half go to heaven, half go to hell?
I don't know, George.
And what if one of the personalities committed the murder without the knowledge of the other? I mean, do they both hang? That doesn't seem fair. Sir, I can't stop thinking, what a terrible way to die. I mean, to have a sharp object plunged into your ear canals.
Indeed.
I mean, I see the killer's logic. He needed to access the brain without interceding bone matter, didn't he? Still, the ear seems such a delicate part of the body.
Yes, it does.
He could have gone up through the nose, I suppose. Well, that wouldn't be much better, would it? And then there's the eye socket. That would be worse again, really, sir. You would see the weapon
Yes.
sort of coming towards...
Thank you, George. That's quite enough.
It's like it's staring at me, sir.
Yes, quite realistic, isn't it?
How would one keep it from falling out? I mean, imagine how embarrassing. At a lovely romantic dinner and your glass eye falls into your soup. Not having much luck, sir?
No, I've tested it.
Although the elephant did choose an unfortunate time to...
Thank you, George.
Well, sir, I've looked into the matter further, and I've determined that all the victims...
Victims?
Sir, all the victims are either purebreds or with pup. And not just at Beaton Manor. My Aunt Primrose saw the ghost of my uncle...
Not
first-
your bloody ants again. This constabulary will not go chasing after goblins.
Oh, not goblins, sir. Goblins are small gnomish creatures that dwell deep within...
Whatever.
Okay, lads, let's have those back. No. Here, give me those. Here. Give me... Oh, very funny. Have some respect for the dead, for Pete's sake.
Oi, what's all the racket?
No, sir,
Whatever it is you're up to, pack it in and get back to work. And Crabtree, I expect you to set a better example.
Me, sir.
Murdoch, you and Happy Dafty, my office.
Happy Dafty.
What did you do? George, these are the remnants of an exploded bomb. It's my intention to put it back together.
Are you serious?
Yes. But first, I need you to clean the carbon residue off of every piece. George, what country of origin would you say begins with the letters SW?
Oh, there's several I could think of, sir. Swansea, that's in England, I believe. Sweden? Swaziland, I think, is a real place.
Switzerland, George. Switzerland. And what are the Swiss famous for?
Chocolate. Cheese. Cheese with holes in it.
Clocks.
Ah.
George, the Swiss are famous for fine Swiss clocks.
Sirs, I think if this sort of energy could be harnessed safely, you could cook a potato in minutes. Yams would be delicious.
Yes, but such a machine would be the size of a small room.
Yes, George. Highly impractical.
Yes, sirs, but perhaps the future will allow for every home to have a potato cooking room.
Shame, isn't it, Mr. Myers?
Well, it is, sir. I'll never figure out how those yams will turn out. So how could Fox have survived that, even if he did have a tracheanum?
Yes, George.